Heya, cryptozens. Tonight's show. A warning about predictive text. Belgium's new crypto requirements. Yuga Labs crushes NFT sales. And Uzbekistan president issues crypto decree. It's 10 p.m. Pacific time. The date is May 1st, 2022. Welcome back to the Crypto Overnighter. I'm your host, Nick. The cover model for this podcast is Tex, and together we take a nightly look at the crypto, NFT, and metaverse space and the industry that surrounds it. We're here to bring you the crypto's news analysis you need to start your day. And keep in mind, nothing in this show should ever be considered financial advice. Now, Andre is an IT professional from Germany. He's also a Redditor and goes by the name of Divinix. He recently posted a warning on the cryptocurrency subreddit. So we all know what predictive text is, right? It's when you start typing something on your phone and then your phone starts making suggestions on what the word is so you don't have to type the whole thing out. If your phone doesn't recognize the word, then it stores it, remembers it for later. And it also pays attention to how often you use specific words and if you use specific words in a specific order. That way it can make even more helpful suggestions in the future. Now, seed phrases are a random combination of words. Bitcoin Improvement Protocol 39 lays out a list of 2,048 words. Now, a seed phrase is a random combination of either 12 or 24 of those words. It is one of the most important layers of security that you've got to protect your crypto. So you see the problem here? Because you have to type in your words for your seed phrase. And anything your phone doesn't recognize, it's going to store. And it's going to offer you word suggestions based on what you've typed on before. That means if you've ever typed in your seed phrase on your phone, you are potentially vulnerable. Because this could make hacking your account really easy. You just have to start off by typing the first word of the seed phrase, and there's only 2,048 of them. Andre's post said, quote, "This makes it easy to attack. Get your hands on a phone, start any chat app, and start typing any word off of the BIP 39 list and see what the phone suggests." So what he found is that the phone will offer up your seed phrase through suggestions. Google's Gboard is the least problematic. It didn't predict the order correctly. Now, Microsoft's SwiftKey, they gave it up correctly right out of the box. Samsung's keyboard will do it too if you manually turn on the auto replace and the suggest text correction options. Now, this goes back to what I've been saying for some time. Get yourself a good hardware wallet. Put your crypto on a hardware wallet, at least anything you want to keep. And make sure you clear your predictive type cache so this doesn't happen to you. Now, things are looking a little bit better than this time yesterday, looking at the markets. A lot more green, a lot less red. Now, if we look at the numbers, at the time of writing, the global crypto market cap is $1.73 trillion. That's a little better than the $1.7 trillion from yesterday. It's up 0.51%. The top 5 cryptos by market cap are Bitcoin up 1.44%, Ethereum up 2.88%, Tether, Binance Coin up 2.64%, and USDC. The global NFT market cap is up over 10.45 billion. That's down from yesterday. Sales volume is down 2.06% in 24. According to CoinMarketCap, the top 5 NFT collections by sales volume are Bored Apes, followed by Mutant Apes, Doodles, Moonbirds, and Azuki. Now keep in mind, some of these collections have very volatile prices, so do your own research. Belgium's new crypto requirements. Belgium's financial regulator, the Financial Services and Marketing Authority, or FSMA, imposed a rule. And this rule says that the FSMA regulates crypto exchanges and custodial wallet services. And they've been given notice. Get registered. And there's not a lot of time to do it. Starting today, May 1st, if you want to run a crypto exchange or offer custodial wallet services in Belgium, you have to get registered. Now, they announced this in a tweet on April 29th. It said, quote, "As from 1st May 2022, providers of exchange services between virtual currencies and legal currencies or custody wallet services will have to register with the FSMA. Please consult the FAQs. And it sounds like that the May 1st date is sort of squishy. If you're a crypto business in Belgium and you've already been in business, you've got a bit of time. Now, you're still required to notify them. You have to require the FSMA that you're in operation and what you're doing, but you've got until July 1st for that. And from there, you still have some more time. You'd still have time to get your business registered before September 1st, which is the deadline for anybody who's already got an existing crypto-related business. In addition to registering as a virtual asset service provider, or VASP, there are 7 conditions that apply to maintain your registration. Now, these are the kinds of things like where your central office has to be. By the way, it has to be in Belgium. They also have to hold 50,000 euro in reserve. Now, what kind of company that they can be. How their corporation or company is organized. The responsible managing individual has to be a human being, so it can't be a corporation. Things like that. So they're expecting this registration process to take a very painful sounding 3 months. And then at the end of the process, once registered, the company gets a registration number or company number. And that's what you use to identify your company to the FSMC. So it seems like Belgium's trying to become pretty pro-crypto. Christophe de Becquelaire is a Brussels member of parliament. He's also the first European politician to take his salary in Bitcoin. Now, it was announced last January that he would be using the Bit4U trading platform to convert his salary. At the time, he said he wanted to inspire other politicians to do the same thing and support the growing crypto economy. He said, quote, "We can no longer remain ignorant of this new world. It's a bit like clinging to the carriage or the candle as cars and light bulbs appear. Adoption is going to be exponential." Yuga Labs crushes NFT sales. Never underestimate the power of anticipation. It was just amazing to watch because, okay, you could only get the other side deeds with ApeCoin, but it still required Ethereum for gas fees and a lot of failed transactions. Given that those gas fees are paid up front and you don't get your transaction fees back if your transaction fails, nearly $200 million burned on gas fees for this one sale, 24 hours. And there was certainly some criticism, especially over the transaction fees. Will Papper is the co-founder of the Syndicate DAO, and he said the contract had nearly zero gas optimizations. And he showed a few tricks that he said could have saved people millions. So the way that they sent their mint up was interesting. The mechanics that they used envisioned the sale of the NFTs in phases. Gas fees would go up. The theory is that with the higher gas fees, fewer people would be mining or minting, and that would let some of the pressure off and let the gas fees drop a bit. They said, quote, "This pattern of mint, bump limit, will continue until NFT supply is exhausted. This approach is expected to prevent an apocalyptic gas war while encouraging as broad a distribution as possible." You see, your average fee for an Ethereum transaction is dependent on the overall congestion of the network. When you have a bunch of people fighting for the same tokens at the same time, the price goes up for everyone. That's what's called a gas war. Didn't work out that way. Redditor John Fintech pointed out the data. Etherscan showed people were paying anywhere between $6,000 and $14,000 in transaction fees. Yuga Labs spoke on these issues a bit. They said, quote, "This has been the largest NFT mint in history by several multiples, and yet the gas used during the mint shows that demand far exceeded anyone's wildest expectations. We're sorry for turning off the lights on Ethereum for a while. It seems abundantly clear that ApeCoin will need to migrate to its own chain in order to properly scale. We'd like to encourage the DAO to start thinking in this direction." They also said that they would reimburse people who had the failed transactions. Yuga is going to refund those people their transaction fees. I'm not really sure what that looks like. And as I predicted last night, each deed was 305 ApeCoin. That was known. Nearly $6,000 per deed. That means Yuga Labs made $319 million because their 55,000 NFTs sold out almost instantly. And then I took a look at OpenSea. Right now, the floor price for this is 5.19 Ethereum, a bit over $14,000. And that's the kind of predicted return on investment that caused all these people to rush the mint. And the price of ApeCoin, because remember, that's the only currency you could have used to buy one of these other deeds. There was a massive run-up on the price ahead of the sale. It was trading at $27 per coin. Then, once the sale closed, the demand for ApeCoin fell and it dropped 30%, sitting around $16.50 at the time of writing. Uzbekistan president issues crypto decree. The president of Uzbekistan is Shavkat Mirziyoyev, and he signed a new decree. This decree expands the regulatory framework for that nation's crypto space. Now, the goal behind this is supposed to be developing digital technologies, creating favorable entrepreneurship conditions, and improving legislation. So to that end, the National Agency for Project Management will be transformed. They're going to become the National Agency for Prospective Projects. They become the country's lead crypto watchdog, and their job is to implement Uzbekistan's policy in the crypto economy and ensuring that investors are well protected. They're also going to be charged with introducing blockchain technology to the public, fighting money laundering, terrorism, and weapons proliferation through cryptocurrency. And this deed gives us a definition, because they define crypto assets. They define them as property rights representing a collection of digital records in a distributed ledger that have both value and owner. So, starting January of next year, Uzbekistan citizens and companies will be able to buy, sell, trade crypto. And it wasn't always like that. Trading in crypto was legalized in Uzbekistan in 2018, but in late 2019, they banned Uzbekistanis from buying any more crypto. They could sell, but they couldn't buy. Now, starting November of last year, citizens could trade crypto for their own national currency on licensed domestic exchanges only. Non-citizens, they were allowed to buy crypto, but only if they use foreign currency to do so. So this decree changes that. Now, people will be able to buy from whole new categories, digital asset exchanges, mining pools, crypto depositories. Now, they'll be able to buy from those providers if the services are registered as local businesses and they get the appropriate licenses or mining certificates from the government. And mining really comes into focus here. Only registered firms can mine crypto. And mining farms will pay extra for electricity usage during peak hours. Unauthorized mining is, of course, completely prohibited. Uzbekistanis still can't buy things with crypto. They still can't accept crypto as payment for things. But that said, their crypto-related transactions, they don't get taxed. And that's going to do it for us tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed tonight's show, like, comment, and subscribe. Give us a review. Do you have questions or comments? Reach out and let us know. The address is nick@cryptoovernighter.com. That's nick@cryptoovernighter.com. And check out my other podcast, Crypto in 5 Minutes. We have 41 educational podcasts, 5 minutes to explain one concept in crypto. And as always, may peace reign.